All right, Coach, thank you. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Keenum throwing on second. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third and long, it's Keenum. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. First carry for Royce Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good pickup there, a 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Back to throw, Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Keenum. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yeah, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 40 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
To throw is Keenan. He's going to float this one deep. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 84 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Play action. It's Ryan sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 40 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Keenum now on first down. Being chased out left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Keenum to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
That is caught at the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, partner, of all the great things that we saw in week 1, unfortunately there was some bad, quite a few injuries, and the toughest one, Delaney Walker with that knee injury, he's gone for the year.
Yeah, and that's really, really difficult for the Tennessee Titans to absorb because in a lot of ways, he's their #1 target. He may play tight end, but he was the security blanket for Marcus Mariota. He'll be gone for the year. Greg Olsen with the Carolina Panthers, he left the game in a walking boot. But an injury of the same foot that was surgically repaired last year. And then there's some other injuries like Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Marquise Goodwin with San Francisco, Deshaun Jackson with Tampa Bay, Doug Baldwin with Seattle. And don't forget Keanu Neal with the Atlanta Falcons. He got hurt, came back, left again. He's gone for the season as well with an ACL.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Sanu. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Keenum. And a big big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Keenum. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it. First to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, it's Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Let's go, let's go.
And he'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now Hardy on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adam Gotsis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Freeman. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. To throw is Keenum. Escaping the punt. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now Hardy on the return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adam Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think
wide open, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, 75 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. Ryan. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one for.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shane Ray in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back. Ultimately, that might be the play that ends up.